Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my Ableton tutorial series. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how to properly EQ a beat to bring out the full resonance, the impact and all the instruments clearly. Okay, let's get started. First of all, you're going to have a beat. For demonstration purposes and for this tutorial I've set to the hip hop beat set at 90 BPM. Okay, let's go listen to the raw sound with no effects applied to it at the moment. This is what it sounds like. Just a 4-bar loop stretched out to 8 bars. As you can see, the loop's not too bad by itself, but we want it better than that. We want to be able to independently isolate the kick from the bass, coming off the kick to the actual impact, as well as highlighting the mid-range and giving some high end as well. Okay, let's get started. First of all, you want to come to your audio effects, click on that, drag out, left click and drag out an instance of EQ8, drag that onto your channel with the drum loop. This is what you're presented with. We'll play back the loop. See where it's peaking on the low end? Around here, that's where the impact's happening. So we'll click on EQ1, we'll go to frequency, we'll shift that up so we get to about here, that's where the impact's happening, around about 48.6 Hertz. And then what we do is you got to judge this accordingly to the actual impact. You don't do too much and don't do too little. A good rule of thumb is probably about 2.5 decibels, or between 2 to 3 decibels. If it's distorted, turn it down a little bit. If it's not making much of an impact, turn it up a bit. And then with the Q, the higher this is turned up, the more it'll affect just a little bit of the frequency. So we want to turn this Q all the way up to about 16. Now that's highlighted the kick. That's just soloed the kick and it's turned up by 0.25. We can now go ahead and turn it up a bit more. That's starting to clip about there. We'll leave it on about 3.95. Then we'll click on number 2. We'll drag that down to about here. That's where the bass and drums roughly happening. You can see it peaking. It always peaks around about between 80 to 120. And then we'll drop the gain to about, say, 2. And we'll turn up the Q to about 15. Then we'll click on 3. Drag this down to about 500 Hertz. This is going to just chop out some of the mid-range, allowing more like instruments like pads that overlap to be less congested, to allow for more clearer instruments. Then we'll drop that by about 1.50 and we'll turn the Q to about 12. Then we'll select number 4. We'll turn that down to 1 kilohertz, 1000 hertz. There's 1000 hertz in the kilohertz. Then we'll drop that just ever so subtly to about minus 55, well minus 0.55, and we'll turn the Q all the way up to 6, say 6.5. Then we'll come down here, check this box 5 so we get an extra EQ band. But first of all, on number 4, we want to change this one from this option here. We'll click on the drop down box and check on this one. Then check number 5 box down here so we get an extra band. And it plots number 5 back here. We'll turn it all the way up to say good presence level, which is the best presence level ever for me that I've done some experimenting with, is 3.25 kilohertz. That's a really good presence level for mid to high end. Then we'll turn the Q up, the gain by about 2.50 and do the Q on about 10. Then add another EQ band by highlighting number 6 box and turning that all the way up on the frequency to 18 kilohertz. And then click on this toolbox down here, this drop down arrow, and select roll off all the high end brick wall, this bottom one here. And turn the Q up to about 3 or 305. Drop the gain down just ever so subtly to get rid of a bit of mild distortion to about 0.30 and turn the scale up to 105. As you can see, we'll do a before and after, so we'll play back the beat before. This is after. It's subtle, the difference, but it is there, and it'll make your compressor work less hard. The compressor will do more of an efficient job. It'll work less hard. You've got the maximum quality from your beat, and it'll lead to less congested tracks, making all the instruments come through properly on your bass. Sorry, when it's overlapping your drums. But what we want to do, we're not finished there just yet. What we want to do is chop some side out of it. So what you do, just to make the compressor work less hard, because if you keep most of the side in on the low end, if you don't make the low end mono, anything under 200 Hz mono, when it's played back on a big stereo like in a club, the beat will be all over the place. It'll sound horrible, it'll sound washed, and the beat won't come through as clearly, and it just leads to distortion and clipping in your track the louder it's turned up. So go to mode, click on stereo, then come down to M and S, which means mid side, then come down to where it says edit. M is for mid, we don't want that, click on that, then it should change to S for side. That's what we want. Click on number 3 and turn that up to say 195. Then click on number 3 down here and go to roll off all the low end brick wall, this one here, and then click on number 6, turn that up to 18 kilohertz, and go to the toolbox drop down panel here, click on that and go to roll off all the high end brick wall. Click on that and we go back to mode, just so we don't get confused. Click on stereo. Now we should hear the beat. You should have a little bit of side chopped out of it. All the low end is now chopped out. Not all the low end, but the low end that would conflict on a big stereo. It's really good. It does the same job as you would get on an imager, a VST called imager, like you might get with Isotope, Ozone, whatever version they're currently on or whatever. We'll play back the beat now. As you can see, that's a lot cleaner. The more you turn it up, the more you'll notice it. And to get fat beats, as I've instructed in previous tutorials, what you want to do to get extra crispier snares and hi-hats, cleaner snares and hi-hats, and more of an impact of a beat, what you would do is come to audio effects, go to audio effect, right, click the drop down arrow, go to mixing and mastering, and you want to drag out boombox drums, this preset here. Not big boom master, but left click on boombox drums and drag that out, drag it onto there, play it back. As you see, that's now a lot more prominent. The kick's more of an impact, it's louder. But if you find it's too loud or too quiet, the one you want to take notice of on the boombox drums preset on your effects rack is this saturated drive. It's on 12 decibels at the moment. That's a bit too loud, it's a bit clipping if you can hear it. So we'll turn that down to about 10.5. As you see, that's now perfect. The snares now being brought right out with the hi-hat, and the kick's making more of an impact because the decibels is increased. See how good that is? That's pretty good, yeah? Well, that's it for this tutorial, YouTube. Thanks for watching. If you've liked the video at all, please give the video a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Until next time, this is Virtual Worlds, and stay lucky, be safe. Virtual Worlds, again, signing out.